Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jordyn Elston. Morgan is off tonight. It's been 20 days since the tornadoes that wreaked havoc in Lee County. While we've seen thousands of volunteers lending a helping hand, there have also been some people in Lee County looking to take advantage of those trying to recover from the deadly storms. News at 9 reporter Samantha Day has more on what you can do to avoid falling victim to a scam. Jones says if you're not sure whether the person offering assistance is a contractor or a scammer, call the Lee County Emergency Management Agency. He says they'll be able to tell you whether that person is licensed to work. And some happier news from that area. Two moms from Lee County came up with the idea for Beauregard birthdays, and today they held a birthday party for 3 siblings who lost all of their belongings in the storm. The children were shocked when they walked into Good Old Boys in Auburn this afternoon and saw their surprise birthday party. One of Beauregard Birthdays founders says throwing the party wouldn't have been possible without the help of the community.
We're having a birthday party for the Clark family. There are 5 children and 3 of them recently had birthdays, with one coming up and one that we missed. So we are just celebrating the entire family with the community's help. We've got, presents for each child, and we had cupcakes and cake pops donated and balloons donated, and Good Old Boys is hosting us today.
And happening tomorrow, a number of churches in the River Region's faith community are coming together to help tornado survivors. Organizers are holding the Hand in Hand benefit concert starting at 5 in Resurrection Catholic Church on Forbes Drive. All donations made will go toward tornado relief. It looks like the weather will be cooperating with us for a change this weekend as we stayed sunny, cool, and dry across the state. Right now, let's get a live look and check on your forecast from WSFA First Alert meteorologist Lee Southwick.
Details coming up.
Thanks so much for keeping us updated, Lee. And in the meantime, don't forget to keep an eye on the WSFA and WDFX weather apps for the latest weather updates, hour-by-hour forecasts, and interactive radar as our weekend continues. A fatal crash to report on tonight. It happened in Crenshaw County, where a man who was driving a go-kart was killed in a collision with a motorhome. It happened just before 9 o'clock last night on Highway 97 in Crenshaw County. Sergeant Drew Brooks with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says the victim was driving the go-kart in the street when he was hit. Aaliyah is currently investigating. And developing now in our nation's capital, it took 675 days, but now Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report on the Russia probe is finished, and lawmakers could learn the principal findings as soon as this weekend. As for what's exactly in this report, that's still an unknown, but the special counsel is not recommending any further indictments, according to a senior justice official. But no matter what's in the report, both Democrats and Republicans are calling for the report to be made public. Alabama GOP Chairman Terry Lathan commenting this morning on the release of the report. Her statement reads in part, "With the Mueller report complete, proving no Russian collusion involving the Trump campaign, it is now time to take a hard look at this entire dark chapter of our nation's history. The malfeasance of the national media has undermined their credibility. Their obvious slanted coverage of the 2016 presidential campaign and the first 2 years of Trump administration is simply deplorable." Again, the Mueller report is still being reviewed and has yet to be released to Congress or to the public. A Montgomery organization is helping provide a safe place for youth in the community to come together to learn and develop life skills. Divas and Gents Youth Club hosted its first ever Save a Child 5K walk to raise awareness and funds for the program. The youth club is the idea of a Montgomery woman with a heart supporting and growing the children of her community.
Our mission is to change lives and change mindsets of the youth today and see if we can get them on a more positive road of becoming the best that they can be, productive citizens for our community.
Director Deborah Caldwell is reaching out to get more community members involved through volunteering and donations. If you'd like to help, call her at 334-676-2032. Happening now in the capital city, if you're looking for something to do this weekend in the River region, you still have time to check out all of the activities going on at the Montgomery Zoo. Today and tomorrow mark the zoo's 43rd annual zoo weekend, which had been postponed to this weekend following rough weather earlier this month. It's a family-friendly event with live entertainment, games, rides, and a whole lot more.
We've added so many different things. We've got games, we've got rides, we've got 2 stages of entertainment, police departments out here, fire departments out here. So it's just a lot of fun and an easy way for families to have a great weekend and help the zoo at the same time.
Zoo Weekend also serves as a fundraiser for the zoo, with proceeds going towards a new reptile facility. If you want to go, the zoo is open tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Still more to come tonight on the news at 9. Protests breaking out in Pittsburgh after the police officer who shot and killed Antoine Rhodes last year was acquitted of murder charges. Details in just a moment. And take a trip back in time this weekend in Greenville. We're taking a look at the 4th annual Medieval Fantasy Festival. And later in sports, both the men and women from Auburn are seeking NCAA tournament action. Our sports team breaks down your scores and highlights. An unarmed black teenager has been acquitted by a Pennsylvania jury. The not guilty verdict sparked protests when it came down Friday night. Members of the community gather again on Saturday to call for justice. As Meredith Wood reports, their legal fight isn't over yet. Police are currently investigating that shooting. The owner of that office says he found 3 to 4 bullet holes in the wall of his office. An alert tonight from the Defenders. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says scammers are calling residents claiming to be ALEA officers with warrants from an individual's arrest, followed by requests for credit card information or other personal information, either over the phone or through email. The best thing to do to avoid being scammed is to hang up the phone and report it to your local law enforcement. A blast from the past this weekend in Butler County. The Alabama Medieval Fantasy Festival is back for a 4th year in Greenville. The 30 acres of fairgrounds is decked out with medieval kitchens, cottages, and stages. The fun includes comedy shows, historically accurate jousting, and live music.
We have living history here. We have Saxon encampments, we have cooks and bakers. These people cook and bake their products the same way they did in that period. We grow our own vegetables here on the property. They churn their own butter, and they teach kids how to make soap and incense.
The Medieval Festival is located at 4776 Fort Dale Road. It continues through Sunday. Now Lee Southwick is going to join us now with another look at our weather. What are we expecting?
Well, if you're going to go out to that in Greenville, tomorrow's a great day for it. The weather is still fantastic through the rest of this weekend, but we're watching a chance for a few storms on Monday, so stay with us. Coming up after the break, I'll give you all those details. The showers and storms, it's a free car wash.
I definitely need that free car wash because I haven't wanted to pay to get my car washed, and the pollen is tearing my allergies apart. It's horrible.
Oh, I agree. But at least, even though there's a bunch of pollen in the air, at least the weather is still really nice. So it's kind of give and take. You know, I would prefer the sunshine and the cooler temperatures. I guess I'll take the pollen with it.
I'm right with you. You got to give some and lose some, you know?
Exactly.
Thanks so much, Lee. Coming up, a preview of Auburn's matchup against Kansas tonight. And in the women's tournament, the Tigers take on BYU in the first round. Highlights next in sports.
They look good early.
You know, I'm definitely excited to see what happens. I'm going to be making the drive back to Auburn tonight, so this is gonna just decide whether or not we see Toomer's Corner being rolled.
I bet they would if they win, and I'm sure you'll see a lot of crazy people running around if they do in fact win this game.
All right, definitely so. Thanks so much, Maria. When we return, Lee has a final check on our forecast, so stay with us. And before we end our newscast tonight, we want to take a moment to celebrate a very special holiday, National Puppy Day. You're looking at pictures of some of the adorable puppies whose owners work here at WSFA, and each and every one of them is simply adorable. There's me with my girl Coco right there, just chilling in the bed, and we would love to see the pictures of your puppies, so you can just head on over to this post on our Facebook page and comment with your picture underneath it. As you can see, there's a whole lot of cuteness to check out. What do you think about those puppies, Lee?
I think they are adorable. Your puppy is super cute.
Love
but
her.
I do have to say that I am a little mad at our producer, Michael, because I tried to convince him that my cat is actually a puppy. She plays fetch and she likes her tummy rubbed. And I sent him a picture of her and he didn't use it. And I think she's a puppy. Anyway, great forecast tomorrow. Rain arrives on Monday.
My puppy doesn't even play fetch, so that's one up right there. Okay, thanks so much for tuning into the news at 9. We'll be back at 10.